Hey everybody, I'm here with another Lego review for you guys. If you watched my last video, I shared a couple helpful tips in terms of how you can kind of score a really good deal when you're purchasing items online. So be sure to check out my previous Lego video, the one with the Trolls World Tour set. I also purchased this Lego set on Target as well, but you can get some helpful tips on how you can save a little bit of cash and earn some money towards future Target purchases on that in that video. So this is a new set that I just purchased on Target's Cartwheel app, and this is a Lego kind of limited edition Super Mario set. And I'm actually really excited for this set because I cannot tell you how many of my students love Super Mario. And talking about the video games, I myself have to admit I love playing Mario video games. I grew up on them ever since I was little. But this past school year, actually, when we started our distance learning, one way that I really connected with some students was, we do a lot of zones of regulation in my building, and I work in an elementary school just for a reference. But so some of my students, when we were kind of going through this pandemic, I had to have individual counseling sessions through Google Hangouts with my students. So I really was able to actually even develop a closer bond with my students, talking about kind of our coping skills or toolbox strategies. And I'm thinking of one student in particular, they always would talk to me about Super Mario, and we kind of connected over our love of Nintendo Switch and playing Super Mario and Luigi's Mansion and all those fun games. So I love to be creative in counseling sessions. So I actually created a Google Doc activity where it featured Super Mario, and the focus of that activity was expected and unexpected behaviors. So I kind of put together a little game that I played with a student where I read a scenario and he had to tell me the answer. And so I think, just knowing how much that student and some of my other students love the video games, they're really going to love playing with this specific Lego activity in counseling sessions. So this is kind of a little review. This is my first time opening this box and looking at the set. So this is for ages ideally 7 and up, and it comes with a significant amount of pieces, so 217 pieces. The one kind of maybe negative or downside is that this set does not include Mario, so of course you would have to purchase him separately. To be honest, I tried so hard to see if they sell just the Mario set on its own, and I don't know if they do. I've seen like different outfits that you can buy. So you can buy the raccoon outfit that he's really popular for, or there's all sort of different ones like Mario Maker, Mario Builder, whichever one that is, and you can buy the outfit to change his clothes. But I haven't yet seen him on his own. I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think the only way you can actually get the Mario figurine is if you buy the starter course, which of course I did purchase, and I'm currently waiting for that to come in the mail. I purchased the starter kit through Amazon. I believe it was all sold out at Target online, and I think I have seen it in store, but the specific day that I purchased it, I was online. So anyways, kind of getting into it, this is what the kit looks like. So it's sort of like, the best way to describe it is kind of like a balance beam almost. So I sort of feel like this would be really cool to kind of incorporate in science lessons, maybe if you're talking about balance with the students. And if you watch some of my other videos, I've seen some of my other posts on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at schoolpsych, Amanda G, all one word. But I do a lot of kind of reviews and sharing out ideas on how you can take toys and incorporate them into academic counseling, social emotional learning activities, building students' cognitive development, like executive functioning. So I share a lot of ideas on how simple games can tie into a lot of beneficial areas to help our students kind of nurture their growth. But it looks like this set comes with 3 bags, and these pieces were loose. And then, of course, all of the kits always come with like a little informational packet. So for this one, I think you might have to actually go online for this specific set. I believe you have to go onto the website. So it looks like there's an app. You download the app, and that's how you will learn how to make this activity. And there's a couple other pictures, which is kind of cute because it of course incorporates technology, which students love. But I love these booklets too because it's all visual, so you really don't need to have like use words and read sentences. You just have to look at the visual pieces. Other kits that I purchased, it comes with the books that have all of the pieces and how to put them together. So it'll tell you like literally to take this piece, this piece, this piece, and connect it. And the cool thing about this is if you have a child or student that is obsessed with Mario, they have tons of different kits. So here's just a little example of some of the kits that you can purchase. And they're super cute. They're really traditional to the kind of old school Mario games, which I love, and I know the students will love too. This one's pretty cool, and you have Bowser, so actually that might be cute if you buy one of these other sets that have sort of like the villains. You could even use those to do expected and unexpected lessons with the kids, so maybe come up with scenarios or sort of do some role playing with your students, and I think they would have so much fun. And you could talk about how are some of those behaviors unexpected, how might that make Mario feel, how might that make Princess Peach feel, or you know, whichever characters you have, and maybe have them work together to come up with a solution. How could they try that? How can you turn an unexpected behavior and fix it to expected? So my sort of way of kind of how I'm thinking of incorporating this is using this for expected and unexpected lessons and maybe growth mindset lessons. So again, I purchased the bigger set that does come with Mario, so I'm just waiting on that. But I'm thinking what I might do is use this with students to talk about how can we find balance in life, and that sometimes in life it's all about balance. You may want certain things, you may not always get what you want, but how can we learn to be flexible and develop more of a growth mindset? I also am thinking of using this. I'm gonna maybe come up with some kind of Mario specific scenarios or hypothetical situations and make different cards that I'll laminate. And I think I'm gonna have the students maybe pick the card, or I might read the scenario to them, and I'll label one of these with a little sticky note, expected behavior and unexpected behavior, and that's going to be how the student answers, is they have to slide the Mario based on whatever the answer would be. And I think this would be awesome as well to kind of talk about. It could be like an interactive game, but they have to answer a question, and if they get the question, you know, right or wrong, they can move it one space this way or one space that way. And I think it's just a fun way to sort of be creative, be interactive in counseling. I think something like this would really grasp the students' attention, and they're going to be really engaged and motivated. Of course, you can obviously practice whole body listening, following directions. You can practice what does it mean to be flexible if you don't win or if you don't get the right answer, how to think about the size of the problem. So those are some cool ways that you can incorporate counseling into creative activities like this. And obviously building this is going to build so many executive functioning skills for your students, where they really, sometimes it can be really frustrating if you put the wrong pieces together, or if you're having trouble finding the pieces. This is a great way too for students to practice sorting. They can sort based on shapes, sizes, colors, count the numbers, have them use one-to-one correspondence. So there's lots of ways that you can get creative, and I'm actually really excited to incorporate this and come up with some other ideas and how I can use this activity for counseling. If you have ideas of how you might use this in counseling or even academic lessons, if it's science, math, maybe writing, so maybe making something like this and the students have to incorporate a creative writing piece, definitely share. Even art, maybe students would have to kind of draw what they see and have them incorporate academic skills into their artwork. So I think that this is really awesome, and you can maybe incorporate graphing and have the students use graph paper to draw Mario and fill in the boxes and do plotting and numbers and X and Y axis and things like that. So definitely share with me, again, ideas like how you might use this with counseling and with your students, or even in the academic setting for lessons. You can either leave a comment below or follow me on Instagram at SchoolPsychManaG. And if you're interested in any social emotional activities I share on my Instagram page, you can purchase those on my Teachers Pay Teachers page, also SchoolPsychManaG. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this little kind of mini review interesting, and that you maybe learn some new ways that you can incorporate this with your students or your child at home to build some of their cognitive development skills. And I look forward to sharing some other videos with you guys. So I hope you guys have a great afternoon and take care. Bye guys.